I think probably the most difficult period in the whole process was really trying to resolve some issues over windscreen design, which was very, very difficult and caused a lot of grief, to put it bluntly.
The problem was that it was thought that a screen of that shape and curvature couldn't be wiped with a single wiper, because the wiper has to go completely around the corners of the screen. I really wanted there to be a central single wiper. The reason for this is it's the most efficient aerodynamic setup you can have, and it's very cheap, and it looks racy. You know, you look at any old Group C car, you know, there's a single wiper in the middle going like crazy.
We didn't want to have pantograph wipers, we didn't want to have two wipers, but there are some very, very heavy legal restrictions on what you have to do. You have to take vision lines from the occupant, they pass through the screen, and a certain percentage of that area the occupant looks through has to be wiped. If you have a very curved screen and you have a single wiper, it's difficult. But unfortunately, you know, some of our engineers would like to design wiper systems that are designed for any car, and they weren't willing to look at different solutions, and really, it comes down to putting your job on the line a bit to really fight for something.
There was a screen with the plastic screen with all the wiped areas denoted, areas that we had to wipe denoted on it. And I went out one day and put a Citroen AX system on it and declared it could work with a single wiper. What I did is I tilted the wiper motor spindle slightly in relation to the screen, and that's made it possible. But, maybe it was actually holding a wiper motor and having the parts in my hand that made me realise that could happen. I'm sure that other people could have seen that as well, had they had the parts in their hand at the time.
At Millbrook, testing of the heavily disguised prototypes continued in secret, but one motoring journalist, Jeremy Walton, was allowed an exclusive preview of the M111.
Steering is truly delicate, truly like the original Elan. Magnificent. Now this morning this car's been through 20 stops from 105 miles an hour to about 50 miles an hour. So anything I'm going to do is quite lenient on it. You see it'll catch.
So what's the best thing to do, you say?
Well, if this guy will let me, we'll back down to I can't go forward, so if we back down towards a flat section. And it? Come on. That seems to have fixed the problem, David.
Good idea.